welcome to Kiki's Corner. So today I'm filming a video and it is a what's in my backpack back to school 2019-2020 school year video. And so basically today what I'm going to be doing is just showing you guys what's in my backpack and everything, like, and any like advice for school or anything like that. So let's get. So first I'm going to start off by showing you guys my backpack. So this is my backpack and it has my name on it. It says, I don't know if you guys can see that, it's green, but it says Kira, and I just really love this design of the backpack. This is the backpack. And just a quick disclaimer in this video, I am wearing a hat right now inside because my hair, I need to wash it and it does not look good right now, so I didn't want to come on camera looking too crazy, so I just put a hat on. But yeah, let's get on to what is in my backpack. So first I have this compartment. Now there's nothing in it right now, but this is going to be where I put like my glasses case, like when I need to take off my glasses, and just like small things, but as of right now it's just for my glasses. But I might have something else that I need to put in it, but that's just that compartment, so there's nothing in it right now, but there will be this compartment right here. And basically in here I have my hairbrush, and this is for like after PE because my hair gets jacked up like sometimes from changing, and so I thought it would be nice to just carry around a hairbrush, and sometimes like things like activities that we do in PE might make my hair look a mess, so I just decided to put this brush in here. Next I have a compass and a protractor. I'm going to show you guys each of them. I'm sure you guys know what a protractor looks like, and if you guys are in the higher grades, so 7th or like above, I'm sure you guys know what a compass is, but this is obviously the protractor, and it's kind of hard for you guys to see it because it's clear, but I think you guys can see it. There's just numbers on it. And I've actually used a protractor before, like in 4th grade we had to use them, but I've never used a compass, and so this is the compass. It's very odd looking, very strange. I've never seen anything like it. It's very strange. It looks like there's a pen and a pencil, but like I said, if you're in higher grades, I'm sure you have used a compass before, but I have not. So that's that. So let me just put this back in the bag. So then lastly I have, basically I just have highlighters in here, Expo markers, and I have some lead. So I have 3 highlighters. I have a pink, yellow, and blue highlighter. And I think it's really good to have highlighters, especially for like language arts and social studies, because like if you're reading something and you want to highlight something, even on like a test, if you want to highlight something, then you can do that, so that way you don't miss anything and you can go back to that specific thing without having to read the whole thing over. And then I have 2 Expo markers, a red and a blue. I have these just in case. I'm not sure if we'll need them. If we don't, I'll take them out. And then I just have some 0.7 lead. I have a ton of lead. So yeah, that's that. So lastly, I have this big compartment right here, and this is where I keep most of my stuff. So I'm going to show you guys what's in here. So I'm going to go more into depth with this because this causes more explaining. I'm going to put my backpack like this so it'll be easier. So I have my little pouch, and basically I have like all my writing utensils in here. And here I have like glue, scissors, and a calculator and a stapler. So, and I have some sticky notes. I think it's always nice to have sticky notes if you want to write notes, but like you don't want to use like a whole paper. Then I have a calculator. It's a scientific calculator because that's what we needed. And I actually had this last year for 6th grade, but I'm just using it again because that's what it called for. Last year we weren't supposed to have scientific calculators, but this year we are. I was just so extra last year with the school supplies. I have some glue. And I'm going to need another glue. I'm going to replace it. I have another glue like in my closet. I have like a school supplies box where if I need to put something or take something out or whatever in there, then I can do that. Then I have scissors. It's really weird because these change color. So it goes from blue to purple sometimes. It's just really weird. And then I have a stapler. It's a nice stapler. It's a nice size. So you don't like look like a fool having like a huge stapler, because last year I would always have to ask people for staplers, but this year I won't have to because I have my own, and I got a lot of stuff I didn't have last year that I will need this year in here. So then next, it's still the same little pencil box, but I have Sharpies, and I have a bunch of different colors and a bunch of different color pens. And this is like for like when we need to color code things in math. I have a bunch of these. They write very nice. And then I have Sharpie because sometimes we need to write things like with Sharpie, and then it's just really annoying when I have to ask like the teacher or like other people for Sharpies. And then I have 2 pencils. I always carry 2 pencils. I'm not going to show you guys those because those are just mechanical pencils, but I always carry 2 pencils. Because if like one breaks or anything, then I'll have another like backup pencil. Then I have a 4x4 quad notebook. Then it's basically, it just has like graph paper. It's just for math. Like most of the stuff on the list was for math, like if I'm being honest. Then I have 3 composition books, so one's for language arts, and I believe the other 2 are for science, but I am not sure, but I know one is for language arts. I love these. These are very unique looking, and I have, it says dream, plan, and do. Then the other one I have, it says good vibes only, so this is a very cute composition book. And then lastly, for the composition books, I have this one, and this one is my favorite one. It says make it happen, because I feel like these are such like school quotes. I don't know, because I got my school supplies from Walmart, and like in the school supply section, because they have very good school supplies. So I really like the composition books there instead of like, you know, the plain composition books, but I like this one. This one's my favorite one because it has a gold and like a teal blue. And I have my name on all of them. I recommend putting your name on things because if it gets lost, then it'll be easier for people to return it to you. I have folders, and here's a little story. So last school year, when I was in 6th grade, I did a lot of things wrong with school supplies. So I had like this huge binder. It was like a 2 to 3 inch. I don't remember, but anyways, at like the end of the school year, it ended up breaking. So it broke at PE, so everything just fell out of my binder, and I had to just like stuff it in my backpack. So then when I got home, I had to organize it. It took like an hour, and my backpack was really heavy, and I had to go to a rolling backpack. But then when I organized everything, I figured out that it was because of the binder that my backpack was so heavy, because I had this backpack at the beginning and middle of the school year, and then I ended up having to get a rolling one. I still have that one, but I was able to change back to this backpack because it is easier to manage. And in middle school, it's kind of hard to manage a rolling backpack because you have to switch classes and everybody's just walking, and it's just not a good idea. So I have folders, all folders this year. Did not make that mistake twice. So I have a folder because my elective is Spanish this year, and I have one for PE because you don't get a lot of handouts in PE or Spanish. So I figured that I could just have one folder. Why not have one folder and just half of it could be PE and then the other half could be Spanish. This is just a paper we got last year, locker room and class procedures. I'm assuming it still applies. But this is my Spanish and PE folder. This is my math folder. I labeled all of these so that way no confusion. And then I have a science folder. This folder is really cute. It says no problema. And I recommend if you guys are going to get folders to not get those very cheap folders that are just made of paper. Like, get ones that are made of this material, like this. And this is my language arts folder. And then this is my social studies folder. Very sturdy, as you can hear. Very sturdy. So I recommend, like I said, that you guys get the folders that are, if you're going to have folders that are not cheap, because I had to have, because we weren't going to go get folders at the end of the school year. So I had borrowed some folders from my dad, and they were very cheap folders. I had the big purple one and the big blue one are from last year, and I got those folders because one was for the classroom and then I used another one at the end of the school year. But the paper ones, the ones that are made of paper, the cheap ones, ripped, and I didn't have it for a whole school year. So can you imagine if I had had that for the whole school year? Like, it really wouldn't have been good. Then next, in my backpack, I have this, and now we needed this for math, but we're keeping it in the classroom. So after the first day, I mean, I'm sure there'll be sometimes we have to take it home, but after the first day, I won't have to lug it around every day, and even then, the backpack is still not heavy, because this is only a 1.5 inch binder, and I just decorated it and said 7th grade math binder with a paw, because we are the Bobcats, so that's our school mascot is the Bobcats. I said the Bobcats. The Bobcats, and then our school colors are orange, navy blue, and white, as you can see here. And I just have my first and last name on it, so like I said, if it gets lost, then it'll be easier for me to for someone to return it to me, basically. And lastly, in my backpack, I have books. Now, I recommend that you always bring books, because like if you finish like something early, then you have something to do and you're not just like sitting there staring in space. So I brought books, or I'm bringing books. So I'm bringing Harry Potter books, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm reading the series over again. I've read the series like twice. I have all the books. Really good series. If you have not read Harry Potter, I recommend that you read Harry Potter. And then I have the second book, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So that's basically all for what's in my backpack. So now I'm going to give you guys some tips for school, just in case you're wondering. So stay tuned for that. So a few tips I have for you guys for like back to school, like if you're wondering, like if you're nervous. Don't be nervous, but I have some tips. So the first tip is to always put your name on everything that you have, because it is very easy to lose stuff, and if you lose stuff, then someone will be able to return it to you. Or if you like go to the Lost and Found, if someone has the same thing as you, especially if you have a lot of plain things, if someone has the same thing as you, if you have your name on it, you can see like if that's yours or not, and you'll be able to find it much easier. Like, that's what I do. I put my name on everything that I have, my binder, my composition books, like everything. And that way, like if someone steals something from you or anything like that, anyone will know that that's not theirs, because it'll have your name on it. So that's my first tip. My second tip for you guys is to always stay organized, because if you do not stay organized, that becomes a problem, especially in the higher grades, because you have different classes and everything. And if you're not organized, that is not good, because what ends up happening is that, so let's say 7th grade, you're in 7th grade, because that's the grade I'm going into. If you're in 7th grade, then you have to switch every class most of the time. For some people, that's the start of middle school. For some people, that's the second year. For me, this is my second year of middle school, because 6th grade was considered middle school where I live. So it becomes a problem, because you have all these different classes and you get everything mixed up. And eventually, if you get everything mixed up, like even if you have a binder or folder, then it just like you're just not going to be prepared for anything. You're not going to be able to find things. You're going to end up losing things. I just recommend that you stay organized throughout the whole entire school year, because what I do is that, like, I want to say every month, I make sure that everything's organized, and if it's not, then I organize it real quick, then do my homework or whatever, and then that way I stay organized, because there have been times when I've been unorganized and I end up losing things, which is why I recommend that you stay organized. The third tip is kind of like a your choice type of thing, because the third tip is I recommend that you use folders instead of binders. And the reason why it's your choice is because I know some schools don't allow you to have folders, and they want you to use binders, like if you have like a specific class or like whatever. But I recommend you use folders if you can, or if you want to, because when you use folders, everything is just much more organized. And on top of that, when you use binders, I find that you become more like unorganized, because you have all your subjects and all like your papers in one like binder. And unless you get 2 binders, 3 binders, that's just too much. That'll make your backpack heavy. So when you have all like your papers and everything for all your classes in one binder, one space, that just becomes cluttered, and a lot of people do not keep up with their binders and stuff. So when you have folders, you can see, okay, so what subjects or like what folders is unorganized, and then you can just take papers out instead of like having to go through your whole binder, and you can just see, okay, where am I unorganized, where am I not, like, you know, like it's just way more efficient. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just way more efficient for you to use folders instead of binders. My fourth tip kind of goes along with the folders, but my fourth tip is for you to keep your backpack organized. Because what happens when you don't keep your backpack organized and you just let it go, you lose stuff. And when you want to organize it, it takes forever. Like my backpack, I just wasn't that organized last year, and I've learned until the end of the school year. But I've learned now that you need to be way more organized, especially when you get into the higher grades. So what I did was I cleaned out my backpack yesterday, and I put my new school supplies and even my old ones like in my backpack. I took out everything I needed, and my backpack was so unorganized. It took me about 3 hours to do it. And if you just keep it organized like throughout the whole school year, like every 2 weeks, every month, like whatever, but if you keep it organized throughout the whole entire school year, then it'll be fine. Like when you go to organize it, like maybe for the next school year or whatever, it probably will only take 30 minutes to an hour, if that. It could take 20 minutes. It depends on how organized you are with your stuff. But if you are not organized, then it's not gonna go how you want it to go. And I know that for a fact, because last year I wasn't organized until the end of the school year, which is why I'm telling you guys, like, these 2 tips are about organization, because it's very important when you're in school to have that organization. It's very important for you to keep it up, like to keep your backpack up, to keep your folders up or whatever. But overall, I think that like you should be organized and just keep organizing it throughout the whole school year. Like whatever, if you have a backpack, a bag, it doesn't matter. You guys should just stay organized, that's what I'm trying to say. So finally, my last tip, my 5th tip, it kind of goes into school like in general, and basically it's to have a great school year. So basically this tip, what I mean by that is that don't engage in drama, because it's like I had experiences with drama. It's just no, like you can't enjoy your school year because you're always worrying about, okay, is this gonna happen, is this gonna happen, is this gonna happen, because you have drama. So do not allow drama into your life. If you have a drama-free school year, then it'll be just a much better school year. That also, with drama, that will bring down your grades, because you'll be worrying about that's all you'll be worrying about, and then it's just like you're not going to be like engaged in your classes, you're not going to be focused, like you're not going to study, you're just going to halfway do it, and you're not going to be engaged in anything, and you won't have trust me, you won't have a good school year if you have a lot of drama in your life. So that is my last tip, and those are my 5 tips, and if you missed those, it'll be down the timestamps will be down in the description box below, as well as my Instagram and my Snapchat will be an outro. My social medias I have will be an outro. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The description box below to see everything that I put down there, because there will be some stuff that you might want to see down there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you guys, the advice, like, or the tips, like what was in my backpack. And I hope like all of that helped you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Bye from Kiki's Corner. Bye. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you guys all have a good school year.